Welcome to assignment number 2, Canva, Photopea, and Photoshop removing background. So I used AI to get an image like this, and then I removed the background and added some text and graphics using Photopea. All right, you see my little layer mask thumbnail there, and Photoshop. Again, my layer mask thumbnail. I actually got better results with Photopea. You can see I'm missing some of that black outline there. But let's go for it. So, all right. So this should be simple, hopefully. I'm not trying to do too much. If your results don't look like mine, if you don't remove the background, that's fine. Have fun with it. There's tons of great tutorials on Canva AI. So let's do this. All right, I'm going to get my Canva open to the home page, main menu. Right, so when you come in, you might start something like this, and it tries to get you into these presentations, docs, mobile videos. I think all the way to the right, here's this custom size one, but I'm just going to go create new design here. And then at the very bottom, there's this custom size. Make sure you don't choose presentation, because then it goes into like a special kind of document, and doc is also a special kind of document. So we just want like it's probably either a print or a web document, but custom size, 1,000 by 1,000 image. All right, and get rid of these templates. So I'm gonna scroll. In the past, I have had some luck using the apps and emoji generator. So you could do it that way. The emoji artist is pretty cool. You could go to iOS, you could go to Genmoji, you could go to Gemini. You could get your professor giving thumbs up or whatever you want to make, not from Canva, but we're in Canva. So I'm going to go to Magic Media and type in a cartoon professor giving thumbs up on a white background. On white back. Cartoon professor giving thumbs up. Okay, in Magic Media in the navigator slider bar on the left menu. All right. I don't know. I got a better one last time. Oh, I think I did wearing cap and gown. So one more try. Cartoon professor wearing cap and gown. All right, fine. I got one. Okay, so I clicked on it and it put it in my document. And the white background makes it so it's going to be easy to remove the background, because I did this last time and now I'm on my third take. So, all right, so we got our emoji. You could drag it in, click it in. You could do a cat or a dog or whatever you want with AI. But we want to remove the background. And let's say you're like me and sometimes you use Canva Premium and sometimes you don't. So I'm going to click and option drag the image from the center out to fill up the whole frame. I'm going to go to File and rename it like my, I don't know, Demo 3. And then I want to save this one so I can come back to it if I mess it up. So I'm going to copy it, Command-C, edit copy, and then plus new page, and Command-V, edit paste. And now, all right, so sometimes I pay for Canva, and you could do remove background here, but let's download it and put it in Photopea and Photoshop, because Canva doesn't have the best transparency interface. So download from the share menu, download PNG. So here's Demo 3, download, double click to unzip, and I'm reading the ad for teachers. All right, and number 2. All right, so let's see. Now we got our image on our desktop, and we can send it into Photopea. and get this nice checkerboard background that we're used to with a layer mask thumbnail. All right, so I am going to go to photopea.com, enter, go to the home page. I'm logged in with my Gmail, and I'm going to drag this in and do file, save as PSD, and it puts a PSD on my desktop. I should think of a better name for this file, but I'm just going to go with it. Then file, save as PSD, and put it in my P drive. Cancel file, save more PSD to storage. Sorry about that. Click on P drive. And I made a folder, right-clicked, control-click, new folder for this class. If you want to try to keep your P drive organized. It says I have a 2 already in here. Okay. All right. So all that, you could try searching for remove background. There is a remove background select under the select menu. Looks like the magnifying glass lets you search these menu commands. So remove background. And it did it. Boom. That was good. All right. So all these images are different. So let's say you did not get those perfect results. I'm going to do Command Z, and you could try using this quick selection. So if you click and hold on the third tool down, it's the selection tools, and the quick select tool is the second one. And then you can use left and right bracket to resize your brush, because mine's kind of small. So let's make it about this size and click inside him. And it does a pretty good job, right? So again, this because I put this on a white background, it's pretty easy. But again, I could go down to the Add Layer Mask button. Looks like I forgot the tassel, so Command Z. I might need to make my brush really small or zoom way in. And just click once inside the tassel here. So if I can't see, I could hit spacebar to get the hand and then Command on the tassel and kind of zoom in. Oh, the tassel is the tricky part. All right, so if it goes outside the border, you hold Option, which toggles between plus and minus. And then you can click to kind of get out, and then you click back to get in, and Option click to, all right, it's kind of an iterative process of going back and forth, and it's not perfect, but I'm zoomed way in, and now I go Command 0 to get back out, and then I add a layer mask. So maybe remove background works, maybe quick select works. Quick select is a good tool to know, but it is a little tricky to use. You just have to remember that Option shortcut to either add or remove selection. All right, so I got a star here, so I'm going to do File, Save. And then I could do File, Export, and get a PNG on my desktop. File, Export as PNG, and sure, Save. And now I got a remove background with the same file name, so I'm going to hit Keep Both. All right, so I got it done with Photopea. And I'm excited because we get Photoshop free, right? So there was some kind of change this year with Sonoma State's Adobe licensing, but let's get this PNG from Canva into Photoshop. So open up Photoshop. If it's your first time opening up Photoshop, you're gonna get some, I guess I could quit. Don't save. That was the one okay. All right, so here's Photoshop in my taskbar. I can also get to Photoshop from Applications and then Photoshop 2025. All right, and then I'm just gonna drag my image onto Photoshop in my toolbar, or I could like right-click, control-click, open with Photoshop, so that I don't need to go through. This is like if you want to. This menu is if you want to make a new blank document. So I'm going to drag and all right, now I'm in Photoshop. I'm going to do File, Save As, and save this as my Photoshop demo on the desktop. Sure, file size. You could save it to your, oops, I did the wrong, I wanted to save it not a PNG, but as a PSD Photoshop document. So one more time, File, Save As, and then drop down menu from Photoshop, because we are going to use layers and PNGs don't have layer properties. So, and then there was a button there if you do, if you want to try to save it to your cloud Save to cloud documents. I don't really use it. All right. Okay, so here's my Photoshop demo. Now it says Photoshop demo.psd. Got checkerboards on checkerboards, a little busy background, but remove background. So in the contextual taskbar, you can hit remove background. And it looks like it does a good job, except for something it missed in here, right? So Command 0, and the tassel, it looks fine, right? I guess. All right, so what you could do is, because it's a non-destructive edit, so I don't like working with the erase tool in Canva because it's a non-destructive edit. But here's the layer mask thumbnail, as the tooltip indicates. And the way these layer masks work is white reveals and black conceals. So if you take a black brush, so this brush here, because I have a black in my foreground, and I'm going to put my hardness at 100, a hard edge, then I can come in here and I can paint with black. And because I'm painting over this section on white, and to kind of make it evident, if I option click, I think, on this layer mask, you can see here's the little spot that was missed. So option click again, and then if I paint with black on top of this gray area, what I'm doing is just painting some black into this layer mask. I'm not actually editing the original image. All right, more than you bargained for. So, all right, I'm gonna do Command Z, Command Z, Command Z. So I'm back to my original. Let's say I want to try these other selection tools. The third, fourth one down is the quick select tool, the object selection tool. The object selection tool is kind of good. It gives this pink outline of what you're going to select. And so I can just click and it selects the object. It messes it up a little though. It's kind of hard to see. The tide doesn't get selected. So I don't know. Maybe the object selection tool works for you. Maybe it doesn't. I'm going to do Command Z to undo and go to the quick select tool and just kind of start painting and having it expand. As I go down, I'm holding, clicking and dragging across the image, clicking in the thumb, clicking around the arm. And so it actually included that little spot it should not have included. So I don't know, I guess it's just making the point that none of these tools are perfect, but once you kind of practice the selection, and there's Photoshop tutorials just on selections, left bracket on the tassel to get some more tassel in my selection. And then get back down to the feet, move this taskbar out of the way. And then option click inside this little, I guess I should spacebar command zoom in. And so I don't mess up or go inside the, so option click to get rid of that, command 0 to zoom back out. And I think I'm going to add my layer mask. And it looks good. So I'm happy with it, right? I could do file, export, export as, quick PNG is fine. And on my desktop, sure. And yeah, I can replace that last one. Okay, so now I got remove background, and I just want to keep it simple. If your results aren't the same as mine, results aren't good, I know it's your first Photoshop, first Photopea try, and you can follow tutorials just on selecting and masking, but I just want to start to get you thinking outside of the Canva box. Canva's great, but it's kind of just a starting point. So I'm going to hit a new plus page, and then I'm going to drag in my remove background, and let's try this Photoshop one. All right, and so then I'm going to option drag to make it bigger, move it down, and then I can add some text, summer 2025, and my little Lobo image. So I'm going to grab my Lobo image from the download number 1. I just want to give my text the colors from Lobo. So I'm going to drag Lobo in and put it kind of here, and option drag to make it small. You could remove Lobo's background too, but enough removing backgrounds for one day. So I went to the text, which Canva's great at, and these do look cool, these new apps for making kind of creative type. But I use this outline, so if you want to search for outline, you can use any of these font styles, font combinations they're called. So drag in outline. And I did something like, let's move the professor down a little. And if you can't, you can always zoom in and out, but you also have the up and down arrows like a video game control. So this is looking pretty good for me. All right, so summer 2025, and I want that summer on top to be recolored to the dark blue, and then I want this 2025 to be recolored to how about this shade of blue, and I can't really see it. I want the outline to be a little stronger, so I'm going to go to the dot 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 more menu. Sometimes when you see dot dot dot, it means another menu is going to pop up when you click it. So either a flyout or contextual menu. And then effects, and then take this sidebar, the slider, and kind of just make that thickness on the hollow style. And I think we're looking good. All right, so I think in my other one, I ungrouped them. I might have made this one, the secondary text, a little smaller. So now when you ungroup them, you can change the font size of just one. So you can mess with that. You could also, right, if you want to kind of move your Lobo down here and then grab these two and move them down, you can kind of like have them go behind in the stacking order. So if you want to edit your stacking order, you can click on your image and then go to position, and then you can drag them in terms of like the professor can be on top, and it's kind of subtle. Let's see here, drag it up in the stacking order. I'm looking for there, that little line, that horizontal purple bar, and now the hat kind of goes over the 2025. So layers, position, type. Welcome back. Have fun with it. And oh, credit. So download. Get it on your desktop. And it's gonna ask if I want to replace it, but I want to keep both. Double click to open it. And here it is, PNG3. Check it out, double click, summer 2025. So again, we're just doing some art and some copy, some graphics and some text. And kind of nice how the text of the font or the letters matches the colors of the design or the brand. All right, and then, okay, so you're in assignment 2, hit reply, and come here to the button dot 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 menu for more menu, and then this upload image, and drag your PNG in. Sometimes PNGs are too large, and you have to export the PNG as a JPEG or resave it as a JPEG. But I got the yellow flash and hit reply, so mine works. So have fun. And if your results don't look like mine or they're not perfect, don't worry, just get something submitted. And as long as you got some text and a graphic and it looks good, you'll get credit. All right, have fun.